900 years ago, the Crown gave away land in Scotland to the nobility in return for financial or military favours. Unlike in other European countries, Scottish feudal laws have never been reformed, and now over 85% of Scotland is owned by a minority of just 1,500 landowners who have absolute control. Just north of Glasgow, the landlord of the Carbeth estate is evicting the 80-year-old community living on his land. The community of weekend dwellers, known locally as Hutters, live a basic existence in huts with no running water, no electricity or plumbed-in sanitation. Although they build and own their huts, the tenancies and the land access is under the total control of the landlord.
All these wee huts were built for the people of Glasgow and the people of Clydebank to get them away from the city during the war, and we have carried on, you know, through generations.
Huts are somebody that's dedicated to their hut, that'll keep their hut going, keep it maintained, winter, summer, spring, autumn. I mean, they're here all the time. Very involved in the place, very proud of the place.
Nothing has changed here since I came here in 1946. Nothing has changed.
I think the Carbethers were of the pioneering stock. I mean, the caravanners, they go into a caravan that's all set out, beautifully furnished, but we start from nothing.
So you come out here and there's a terrific community spirit about here, like, you know, and you got a freedom here that you don't get in the cities.
And you just go out here and you can go wherever you like. You can go for miles out here and you won't get disturbed.
There's no amenities, there's no electricity, there's no police patrols, there's no street lighting. These are all things that you would expect in the community, but we've just got a piece of land off him. The cabins belong to all us. We own the cabins, he just gives us the land to put on it.
But since he took over the estate, the rent has risen from £200 to £1,000, with all sorts of hidden administration fees.
Putting the rent up by £150 in one lump sum and telling you that there will be another £150 next year, it's just a bit much for the like of us who are pensioners.
And the reason these cabins were built in the first place by Alan Barnes-Graham's grandfather was to give the Glasgow folk a cheap place to stay, and they could get them up in the country for the weekend, and now it's not cheap anymore.
It's just putting it so far out of our reach that we will have to give the huts up.
Words I can't explain about the man. He's just a rat, as far as I'm concerned.
Many of the Hutters believe that the landlord has covert plans to develop the site for the more lucrative tourist market.
He wants to develop this half of the site around by the loch. He wants to turn it into a luxury tourist development.
You want this cleared off this ground, like, you know, to build luxury tourist cabins, and that's the whole essence of this story.
We just feel that it all should be investigated a bit more and people be on our side, hopefully.
Many people have been forced out by the high rents, and their huts have been left derelict. The Hutters felt they had no option but to go on rent strike.
We refuses to negotiate. We're prepared to negotiate, you know, for a bit of security in our huts and then for rent, for our rent. Just refuses to speak to anyone.
He'll not give us an interview at any time, and just shouts and squeals and bawls it if you can hear him.
He can't talk to anybody. He seems to be totally isolated. He's so isolated, he probably can't even look in the mirror and see who he is. That's the impression we all get.
I went to see the landlord, Alan Barnes-Graham, to ask for his side of the story.
Hello?
Hello. I'm here from Undercurrents Alternative News magazine, and I wondered if you'd be interested in saying a few words about your situation with regards to the Hutters.
I don't do any business from this house on the house.
Right. Is there anywhere that we could do business from? Because I'll be around tomorrow as well, but I have to go back then to Wales.
No.
so you're not really willing to comment at all?
No comment at all.
Now, it doesn't like us marching through the estate. It doesn't like you making a noise in the estate. So let's disturb him. Let's shout and sing and roar if he does get up here.
Why do we want? Why do we want to? Why do we want to? Why do we want? Why do we want to? When do we want? When do we want them? Fans, Graham!
You're here in solidarity and in unity to show each other that you mean business, and to tell this man who feels as if he owns this land, but as I stand on land in Scotland, I don't feel as if it's his land. I don't think you feel as if it's his land. It's our land.
Thanks very much. There is people watching this very closely from all over Britain. We're hoping sometime in the future to get a British Hutters charter where we all can get together and discuss these problems.
The whole tradition of the huts is a part of the heritage of Scotland, you know, and we're certainly not going to let that die.
Hi. My office asked me to give you another chance to defend yourself against what might be a very biased report without your opinion. Are you concerned about that?
No comment.
So you don't want to defend yourself against allegations that you've been unfair to the Hutters?
I'm sorry, I have no comment.
Or that you're asking charges for services you're not providing?
I'm sorry, I have no comment to make.
Do you have a comment to make?